My name is Josie Mooney, and I'm
One takes the shot. Emery Thuring down low. Addie Johnston. Takes the shot. Arrow bullseye.
Today. His name's Gene Solheim. Solheim, what's it feel to be on the show?
I'm glad to be here. Something new.
Oh, yeah. It's gotta be a privilege.
Yeah, definitely a privilege.
Yeah. I mean, it is. Alright, Spencer, can you just kind of talk about the stats for both teams?
Yeah, so coming into this game, the Arrows are 2-7. They haven't had the best start to the season, but they can turn it around right here. Steven's coming in 5-5. They got some shooters on their team.
They do.
We'll get into those later, but yeah, the Arrows are only shooting 30% from the field.
Highly intelligent conversation going on.
Sorry about that, fellas. That was not part of the show.
Yeah, so the Arrows are only shooting 30% from the field, so tonight they really need to turn that around. We're going to get this going. Ty, you want to introduce us to the game?
Yeah. So we've been doing this game where we put all the names in and then we draw one and we say like how many points they're gonna score or whatever. So Trey, you wanna do us the honors?
Miranda. Ooh. Alright. You know, she is a shooter. I mean, she can be a playmaker. So for me, I'm just gonna say a slight 12 points for Miranda. What you predicting?
I think I have to go with 11.
That's pretty solid.
Alright.
Ty, what you got?
You know, Miranda's pretty shifty, you know. She can also shoot. She can shoot, but she can get to the rim. But I'll say 8 points, you know.
That's solid.
Miranda, you know. Coming in, averaging 7.6 points. I'm gonna take her line at 6. I don't think she's gonna be the main scorer for us tonight.
Alright.
So
What do you guys think keys to success are?
Alright, my key to success is honestly just probably boards. Get a lot of boards tonight. I mean, the boards is key for the game. Make sure that we can get the ball and move it up the court and score some points for our team. Spencer, what's your key to success?
my key to success tonight is stopping Talia Porter. She's shooting 35% from the field. 35% from the three-point line. Averaging 21 points a game. So I think we got to stop her tonight if we really want to pull this out of the bag. Ty, what's yours?
Well, I said it once, I'll say it again. We gotta pass that ball around the perimeter and make those shots. You know, we got some shooters like Jada. I mean, she's a great shooter.
She's a dog.
Miranda, Annie. You know, we got some good guards. So, yeah. So on.
With them averaging 21 turnovers this season, I think we gotta keep the turnovers down this game.
That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so, who do we think's gonna win this game tonight, boys? So, who do you think's gonna win?
I gotta take
tonight will be that night. Todd, what do you got for us?
Well, I've got Stevens, you know. No, I'm just kidding. Watertown on top, you know, we're going to get that W, so, true.
Man, I can't believe you almost up with Stevens there. That'd be crazy. But, you know what? I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I'm going to choose the Arrows tonight because we're going to come out and just be dogs tonight. We're just going to win a game and get back on that winning streak tonight. That's for sure. All right, we want to give a quick shout out to the girls. Good luck tonight. And also, if you're watching this, make sure you go to the boys' game tonight. Big support for the boys' game too. We'll see you boys later.
All right, see ya.
Danny.
You're slapping the table. His face is covered, and James is there like, hey.
And produced entirely by Watertown High School students and community members. You were just listening to Arrow Game Day with our Watertown Arrow student section. I am Cam Corey, and I'm joined tonight by Brandon Johnson as we bat leadoff for the doubleheader of the men's and women's non-conference battle between the Arrows and the Rapid City Stevens. Good evening, Brandon.
How's it going, Cam?
Hey, we're doing good. I saw you earlier. You were at the freshman girls game. I was watching little freshman boys. And what happened to the freshman girls against Rapid City Stevens?
Freshman girls had a chance. They unfortunately turned the ball over way too much and got out-rebounded quite drastically. So only lost by about 10. So we just got to cut some of the turnovers down, rebound a little bit better. The points are up there. It's just you're not going to win games if you turn the ball over as much as they do.
You know, and that's kind of been the Achilles heel for, you know, the Watertown girls varsity too, is turnovers has been quite the issue, and I know that Coach Rohde's working on that as well.
Yep, absolutely. I haven't gotten a chance to watch too much of the Arrow girls varsity yet this year, but I've heard that the turnover situation is needing to be cut down a little bit, and that they've had good games. It's just maintaining control of that ball is just the big key to the game, and you're not going to win games, like I said, if you don't do that.
Right. Well, hey, so we've got the Rapid City Raiders. They traveled 5.5 hours to play Watertown tonight. Tomorrow they'll be facing off against Brookings. What do you know about Rapid City Stevens?
Well, Coach Dannenbring is assisted by Tanner Wagee, Quintrell Porter, Gerald Johnson, and Seth Keene. This year the Raiders are a young team. They generally go 8 deep, and out of those 8, only have one senior, which is Isabel Higgins. The Raiders, who did qualify for the AA state tournament last year, lost 4 of the seniors to graduation, being Macy Wathen, Haley Oswald, Gabby Love, and Claire Fierro. In fact, the last time the Arrows and the Raiders met was in the state tournament, where Stevens defeated Watertown by 2 points in a 53-51 battle. So, however, Stevens returns 5'8" junior guard Talia Porter. She was second-team All-State selection last year as a sophomore, and this season Porter's averaging 20 points a game, over 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, and is shooting 35% from the three-point line. So that consistency out of her is the key to their success, it sounds like.
So interestingly enough, Coach Dannenbring is kind of a local boy. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
So he is from DeSmet and won a state championship with the DeSmet Bulldogs in 1995. So he, as a player.
I was 11 years old at that time.
Well, you know, I actually, so here we're dating ourselves. I was a Madison Bulldog at the time in 1995, and I do remember the DeSmet Bulldogs of that era. They had some great players and obviously won a championship. And so he's done it as a player and took his team in only his second year. I think this is his third year with Rapid City Stevens. In his second year, he took them to the state tournament last year where, as you already mentioned, they defeated the Watertown Arrows in that 7th, 8th place game, only by 2. But
yep, that's an impressive feat coming in as a new coach like that and being able to take your team to that state tournament. So it's not an easy road to it. And going back to 1995, I was 11 years old, 6th grade Canby Lancer.
Yeah, I did know you're a Minnesota boy. Yes. Who else we got on that team here tonight?
Oh, we got Haley Peterson. She is a 5'8". I gotta look at my program here and see what she is for sure.
Sophomore, I think.
So, Brittany Jones, 5'6", junior guard. We already mentioned Talia Porter. Finley Love, 5'5", guard. Isabel Higgins, 5'8", senior forward. Tamaya Porbear, 5'10", junior forward. Jessica Griswold, 5'6", sophomore guard, and Mackenzie Schreiber, 5'6", sophomore guard as well.
Excellent. I do believe that the Stevens go, about 8 deep with only one senior.
Yep.
Well, and they come in. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just kind of looking at their stats earlier, and one of the things that kind of stuck out for me is they have 5 players that have attempted over 30 two-point field goals this year, and the next closest to that is 13. So it looks like they just got about 5 of them that really play a major factor, with just a little supporting role from those other 3 that do come in. And obviously, like I said, that Talia Porter is going to be the one to be able to stop. So.
And they do come into tonight as a 5-5 record. They're putting up 52.8 points per game, and they give up 47.9, which is in contrast to, the Watertown Arrows. They come into tonight with a 2-7 record in that 14th position in the AA PowerPoint standings. They're just trying to stay alive in that hunt. Obviously, Coach Rohde would love to host a state, SODAC 16, but right now they're just trying to stay in the battle.
Yep, absolutely. And you got to win, I don't know, at least 5 of the next 7 games to even get into that position, it seems like. So, and it's not going to be an easy feat for them, but they definitely got a tough road ahead of them. But anything's possible when it comes down to high school basketball. Anything is possible.
As we mentioned, Coach Rohde is the head coach. He's in his 2nd year with the Watertown Arrows. He did coach as an assistant under Coach Pat McClemens, and took the Esteline Redmond back in the day as a head coach to the state tournament as well. So he has got a pedigree behind him to coach. The starting, actually, the Watertown Arrows, they're going to play a deep bench. They play a lot of different kids. They are led by their junior in Emery Thury, a 5'10" junior forward. She's averaging 9.2 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, so nearly a double-double is her average. And she does average 2.9 steals per game as well. Miranda Falconer, another senior leader for the Arrows, 5'7" senior guard. She averages 7.6 points per game and 1.4 steals per game. Addie Johnston does a lot of the point guard duties for the Watertown Arrows. She is a 5'6" senior guard. She averages 5.1 points per game and shoots the three-pointer at a 23% clip. Also coming in for the Arrows, we'll see Avery Munger, a 5'10" senior forward at 2.9 points per game. And generally the other starter for the Arrows is 5'8" senior forward Jade Lund, who puts in 6.9 points per game and averages 3.2 rebounds per game. Mark Bellum, our public address announcer, is going to give us the national anthem as well as the starting lineups. National anthem is going to be by the Watertown Band, led by Austin Fordham.
Tonight's anthem will be played by the Watertown High School Band. The Watertown Band is under the direction of Austin Fordham. First, let's meet the Watertown Arrow cheerleaders. Natalie Benson, Annabelle Brendan, Brooklyn Dahl, Shane Hoffman, Lauren Keller, Mackenzie Lewis, Kaylin Nordquist, Cameron Nordquist, Alexis Olson, and Adrian Schultz. Arrow cheerleading advisor is Mallory Hoffman. And your starting lineups. First, for the visiting Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Number 1, a 5'6", junior guard, Brittany Jones. Number 3 is a 5'8", junior guard, Talia Porter. Number 11 is a 5'5", sophomore guard, Finley Love. Number 20 is a 5'8", senior forward, Isabel Higgins. And number 23 is a 5'8", sophomore forward, Hallie Peterson. Assistant coaches, Tanner Waggy, Quintrell Porter, Gerald Johnson, and Seth Keene. Head coach of the Raiders, Adam Dannenbrink. And now, your Watertown Arrows! Number 4, a 5'6", senior guard, Eddie Johnston. Number 5 is a 5'10", junior forward, Emery 30. Number 14, 5'7", senior guard, Miranda Faulkner. Number 24 is a 5'8", senior guard, Jade Lund. And number 34, a 5'10", senior forward, Avery Munger. Assistant coaches, Mackenzie Owens, Tracy Hendricks, Ellie Stevenson. Head coach of the Arrows, Chad Brody.
And here we go, Brandon.
It's going to be a long 2 days of basketball camp.
You know,
we're just getting underway.
We are just getting underway. You know, I don't know that I'm a big fan of the doubleheaders because I like to watch everything.
Yep.
And here, there's games going on right now and other gyms, and
you just try to take in as much as you possibly can to hear basketball.
And to jump is Isabel Higgins for Rapid City Stevens and Emery 30 for the Watertown Arrows. And Higgins does lead off with the tip, gets off to Peterson. Brittany Jones, top of the key. She's guarded by Addie Johnson of Watertown. One of the things that Rapid City does is they shoot that three very well, and I think you mentioned that off air.
Yep. Yeah. The starting five from Rapid City are all shooting 30% or higher from the three-point line. So I don't know if you can ask any more from your players to be able to do that, especially in high school level. Anywhere around that 30 to 35% is a pretty good feat to have. And when you have 5 of them that can do it.
Yeah, that's a luxury.
It is.
Lund with the steal. Now the Arrows back on their side of the court. Off to Faulkner. Faulkner is a southpaw. She drives in the lane. She is stopped. Sit over to Jade Lund, who had that steal down on the other end. She stopped. Shot clock down to 4 seconds. Arrows look to Johnston. Johnston shoots that three. No good. Shot clock violation. Didn't get the rim.
A lot of movement on the Arrows so far, which is good. But when it came down to it, they just couldn't get a shot up right away and just had to force one there at the end and kind of send up a prayer and just hope it goes in.
Full court press. They've got her stop. She goes off the foot of Addie. So Brittany Jones, I don't know if she was trying to pass that or if she intentionally threw it at the foot of Addie Johnson, but either way, possession is going to remain with the Raiders.
Good start with that full court pressure too. If that ball wouldn't have been thrown off Addie's foot, it would have been a 10-second violation pretty quick there. The shot clock just got down to 25 as the ball went out of bounds.
And there's a steal by Thury on the other end. Gives it back to Thury. Thury's going to drive the court off to Johnston. Johnston's going to be picked up by Brittany Jones. Now over to Lund on that right perimeter. Johnston with the 3 shot from the other side off the rim. Rebound by way of the Raiders. Brittany Jones pushing it up the court. I was able to watch the Rapid City Stevens play. Nice shot in there by number 11, Finley Love. She's a 5'5" sophomore guard. But watch them play against Huron, and down low, I was really impressed with Tamaya Poorbeer and Isabel Higgins. Huron came out in a press, or a zone, and they worked down low very well together. And, you know, so far in the early going, the Arrows are playing man-to-man, which they do mix it up.
Yep. Yeah, and if you can establish something down low into the paint, if you're going up against a zone, that just creates so much more options for your team when you play an in and out game, or if you can just turn around and take a shot down low even. But if you can have a couple good post players that are able to facilitate a good zone offense, that's a great thing to have as a team.
Love's able to corral that, gives it back to Jones. Jones is going to set up a half-court offense. Maybe the Arrows coming out now in that zone. We'll see if they work that down low with that. And this is the same offense that they ran against Huron. No good. Rebound down low by Hallie Peterson. Steal by Thury. Thury's going to try and run the court. Doesn't have numbers, but drives in, and she's going to get fouled on the floor by Brittany Jones.
Great steal on defense. What a way to take it down all the way, coast to coast, basically, and just close to shooting foul, but definitely got her
on the floor. Thury will inbound to Munger. Munger's now at the top of the key. Gives it over to Lund. Lund with left-hand dribble, goes in the perimeter, goes the elbow, shoots, no good. Rebound by Peterson of Rapid City. Over to Love. Love's going to push it up the court and gives it over to Talia Porter. And Porter's going to be fouled. So Talia Porter's last year was a second-team All-State player as only a sophomore. She is a very good player, phenomenal player. And the Arrows are going to have to key on her.
Yep, absolutely. She's 50% shooting from two-point range, 35% from the three-point, and just all in all dominant player. And she said she's a sophomore last year when she was the All-State.
Yeah, second-team All-State as a sophomore. She's only a junior. And here she is with that drive in the left hand. She's tied up, looks like, by Miranda Faulkner. Nice defense by the Arrows, and they do get the turnover. We had a substitution, Neely Johnson, number 20 for the Arrows, and Malia Kranz, number 54. She is only a sophomore, and she's been getting a lot of minutes as of late. And Malia does average, I believe, 2.5 points per game. And their turnover, and that has been the Achilles heel, is the turnovers when really you don't need to, rush the ball. Just take care of it.
Yep.
These are athletic girls. They just get a little hot
excited.
Potato, I'd say.
A little excited.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the turnover situation already, the Arrows and Rapid City are both at 3 to start out in the first 4 minutes. So.
Porter with the drive. Johnson on her, stops her, gives it off to 22, Jessa Griswold. Jessa now to Peterson. Back over to the right perimeter of 20, which is Isabel Higgins. Arrows doing a nice job keeping the ball out, but 22, Jessa Griswold knocks down the three-pointer to put the Raiders up 5-0. So the Arrows have not scored in this first period.
I think they've only gotten 3 shots up, though. But just got to capitalize on them turnovers. You can't come down right away and turn the ball back over after you get a big stop. They're getting the 3 shots they took, besides the one they had to fire up for the shot clock. I mean, they're getting open looks. They're just not going in yet.
Now the backcourt of Thury. She tracks it down. She's going to be picked up by Jones. Gives it over to Faulkner. Faulkner with the right hand. Now back to Thury. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Thury's going to look to drive. She does.
It's going to be a travel.
And
called a travel.
Okay, yes. And that was a travel. Both what I believe was Neely Johnson was right there and kind of tied up. Both Arrows had possession there. Full court press by the Arrows over to Jones. Jones now to Peterson. Peterson gets it to Porter at the top of the key. Porter over to Jones. Jones gets a cutting Porter down the lane. 7-0 in period number 1. We're going to take a break and we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena, where it is a balmy, 3 below, something like that outside. So we welcome our friends from west of the river.
We're in a heat wave right now, Cam.
We are in a heat wave. A lot going on here at the Watertown Civic Arena. The Watertown Speech and Debate Fiesta is going on today and tomorrow. 20 schools here in the high school, along with, we're going to have Stevens and Central here.
There's not only basketball goes on up here, so it's nice to have that accessibility with the D.D. Miller here in Watertown to be able to put things on in there for like speech and debate and concerts, whatever needs to happen can happen in there.
Addie Johnston, after the kind of the bunny miss by Porter and rebounded by Thury. Now the Arrows back on their side of the court.
The Arrows are desperately going to need a bucket here. Just about a 5-minute drought.
Johnson with the shot. Malia Krantz had position, just got the wrong bounce, and it is tracked down by Tamaya Poorbear, the 5'10 junior forward for Stevens. They're going to feed Poorbear down low. She had the position on Krantz, and she goes up with a nice right hand. It's going to take a 9-0 lead for Stevens. And we're going to take just a short break. We've got some interviews with some speech and some debaters from the Watertown Civic Arena that we want to listen to.
Hey, Ryan Remmers here with Arrow TV in the lunchroom at the high school. Not just basketball going on today, but we've also got some speech and debate. I think there are 20 different schools present today and tomorrow. Here in the lunchroom with
Brianna Woolman.
All right, so are you speech or debate?
I actually do both of them. So busy Friday and Saturday.
So are you doing both of them this weekend too?
Yes.
All right, what kind of debate are you doing?
I do Lincoln Douglas debate, which is about morals.
Lincoln Douglas debate about morals. You're from Aberdeen, right?
Yep, from Aberdeen.
Cool. Anything else you want to say to the folks back home at Aberdeen, or we've probably got some people from Rapid City watching us play basketball against them tonight?
Okay. Well, Aberdeen, hope we make you proud this weekend.
They're spoken like a true golden eagle, I guess.
And that was Brianna Woolman from Aberdeen Central visiting with our own Ryan Remmers. She's down here for the Speech and Debate Festival. Speaking of Remmers, Ryan Remmers' niece, Jordan Remmers, is into the game. She's a freshman for the Arrows, number 12.
Yeah, I've got the luxury of kind of watching Jordan grow as a ball player. She's in the same class as my daughter, so they grew up from about 4th grade just till now, 9th grade when Jordan moved up. So she'll be a good ball player. So
yeah, and she's getting some minutes here only as a freshman, and there's another freshman for the Arrows, and Andy Olson. She gets some minutes as well from time to time, so some experience. Yep. And I see Sarita Stevenson also has now been given a varsity jersey for the Arrows, so she is also coming up. And so Coach Rohde trying to, give some minutes, build some culture and play time.
Yeah,
down low to Jade Lund. Down low. And that was a nice feed by Faulkner. Down low to Lund.
Yep, a well-needed basket to get the Arrows rolling here.
Griswold at the top, now over to Jones. The Arrows in, looks like maybe a 1-2-2 zone. And they are able to get that rebound with Munger down low. Faulkner will look to set this up in a half-court offense. She is guarded by Griswold.
Ooh.
Faulkner hits the deck, and it's going to go...
Arrow ball.
It's like off of Rapid City. Arrows will maintain possession. And Rapid City comes in with 3 substitutes. So keeping the legs fresh for Stevens. The inbound does go to Munger. She's guarded by Forbear. Gives it off to Lund. Lund shoots the 3. She's fouled on the 3, so she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot.
They called it on the floor.
Oh, they did.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
before
I didn't
the
see
shot,
her walking to the line, and the official was pointing down at the baseline there. So.
Okay, well, Miranda Faulkner will inbound again to Munger at the top of the key, over to Thury. Thury sees a cutting Lund. Lund over to Remmers. Remmers shoots. She's got 3. Arrow bullseye for Jordan Remmers. Back to Jones. Jones is guarded by Remmers. Over to Forbear. Now back to Jones. Rebound by Thury. Thury's going to push it up the court. She's got numbers with a streaking Munger. Munger goes up, and she's got it. So quickly, the Arrows get some buckets. They're back in this game in the first period, only down by 2 when they were down by 9.
The last minute and a half was well played by the Arrows. That great ran out of bounds play to get a wide open shot in the corner that Remmers knocked down, and then just transitioning from defensive rebound onto the offense, and things are starting to look positive for the Arrows.
Shots up and good. Big shot for Finley Love.
As I just say, it's starting to look positive. Finley Love comes down and answers with a 3 of her own. So, but
well, they executed there when they needed to, but the Arrows, they know they can do this. They just got back into the game. They starting over 3/4 of that first period, they didn't score a bucket. Had 7 quick ones right back in this. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Annie Cummings, and I played for the Arrows from 2015 to 2019. My favorite memory was when Mattea Walder hit a near full court shot. You're watching Arrow TV.
Hi, my name is Jamie Berry Adams, and I played basketball for the Arrows from 1993 to 1996. I was on the state championship basketball team in 1993. You are watching Arrow TV. Good luck, Arrows.
And a special thanks to those Arrow greats joining us on Arrow TV. It's nice to have them giving back to their school, and so many of these players have watched them grow up and play on the court and go in and just have success at the college ranks. So we want to thank them for joining us here on Arrow TV. Travel called on Jones, so turnover there. The Arrows will get the ball back with Faulkner inbounding to Addie Johnston back into the game. She is going to be guarded by Porter. And the Arrows coming in a 3-court press, it looks like. They do get it across, the Arrows do. Faulkner now on that left side. Munger looking for a cutter. Nothing going on. Not a lot of movement. Munger needs to dribble.
Take a dribble. 5 seconds.
And she's going to get 5 seconds. So turnover right back She had her dribble. She could have dribbled out of that.
Yep.
Porter's going to bring the ball up. She's going to push it up to Love. Love had that big shot at the end of that first period. Now gives it off to Peterson. Porter goes down, but she dribbles as she went down, so that is not a travel. Guarded by Lund. Now, rebound by Porter, fighting with Thury down low, and Thury just tips it to Falconer, who was in the right spot, the right time for that rebound. Addie Johnson gets across that 10-second line. She is guarded strongly by Love. She's going to go down with the finger roll. No good. Rebound by Rapid City Raiders. Peterson to Love. Love with the right hand, guarded by Falconer. Now over to that right perimeter where Porter's at, and Porter's going to get called for the travel. So turnover by the Raiders. Watertown right in this game, looking to put on a bucket here. Looks like a three-quarter press again for
It's going to be a 10-second here in about 1 second. So.
And timeout.
By Rhodey, so he was watching that clock the whole time, and there's just no movement against that three-quarter press. So getting down to the wire, you had to either call that timeout or the violation was occurring.
Coach Rhodey, an official himself, so well aware and with that clock that goes on in your head, you know, and seeing that. So we're going to take a break. Maybe we got another interview with a visitor in our speech and fiesta.
All right, so we're wandering the halls of the speech and debate tournament, and I ran into who we got here.
Abigail Peterson,
Abigail Peterson from Watertown, right? What class are you in?
10th grade.
10th grade, a sophomore. Perfect. Competing today or just tomorrow?
Today.
What are you competing in today?
International extent.
Going to do well?
And Abby Peterson from Watertown joins us there with Ryan Remmers, and maybe we'll be able to see that full interview in just a little bit. Addie Johnston guarded by Porter. 4 seconds left. It's shot up by Lund, and Lund gets the long two-pointer. She called it. I heard it from up here.
I definitely heard the bank.
Brittany Jones now leading the charge for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Over to Porter. Jones with the top of the key shot. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound by Falconer, and Jones is going to be called with the foul. She reached in on Miranda Falconer.
It's going to be Jones's second foul.
Nice replay, good camera shot by the Aero TV staff. Getting that replay of Jade Lund on the bank with time expiring on the shot clock. Miranda Falconer, good eye, sees Jade Lund down low, got it again. Good vision, good shot.
It was kind of a slow start to the quarter up until the last two buckets by Jade Lund. That puts her up to 6 points for the game.
Jade has the potential to just go off. She's kind of a streaky player. When she gets a time and an open shot, she can put up big numbers.
Really good. Oh, just missed Munger on the cut there. Although I think we had another layup there. I don't know if Thury just didn't see her or what the deal was with that.
Falconer gets it to Thury. Thury working low, and Thury's going to get fouled as she went up strong. Had position. Falconer saw it, tried to feed it into her. And Emery Thury's going to go to the line. Emery Thury is a 53% free throw shooter. First one's up and no good.
We're almost halfway into the second quarter. I think this is the first free throw attempt of the game.
For either team,
either
is
team.
it? Wow.
So we didn't have anybody go to the stripe there for the first quarter. Good rebound there.
Nice rebound by Avery Munger off the miss of Thury. So the Arrows will look to reset their offense. Rapid City in a man-to-man defense. Munger looks low. Thury has position. Munger couldn't get it to her, gives it back to Faulkner. Faulkner with the drive down the lane. She's up, and she's going to be fouled. Miranda Faulkner is going to go to the line. So back-to-back fouls on shots. The Arrows trying to get down into the paint, and both times that they've gotten down there, well, they haven't come away with the points on the shot. They've gone to the line, Brandon.
Yep, got to come away with the points from the line, though, too, Cam. This is one of the areas of the game where they can make the difference of a win or a loss, especially when it comes down to the wire. So you get to that charity stripe, you got to make sure that you're putting them in.
Miranda Faulkner gets the first of two. She is a 78% free throw shooter, drops the second one. She is second on the team in free throw percentage to Neely Johnson. Neely Johnson shoots at an 80% clip. Arrows in a zone defense, so it looks like a 1-2-2.
2-2 or a 3-2.
Which is sometimes dangerous against teams that shoot over 30%, especially in high school basketball. But tonight it's been effective for the Arrows. They try to get
Almost
it.
Got a little turnover there off of it, but
it should be a shot clock violation, and it is. So good defense by the Watertown Arrows.
Yep, absolutely. And like going back to what you're saying, I used to love when zones or when teams played zone, because like you said, it just opens up so much for your perimeter shooters. And when you have the ones that can make those shots, especially like you said, over 30% for 5 of their players, it's a dangerous game you're playing when you're playing a zone. But if you got quick guards that can get out and cover.
Nice cut, nice pass, and just couldn't handle that. But good vision, good cut by the Arrows, and I think we're seeing a trend of what Coach Rohde wants the Arrows to do is work down low, get into the paint against the Stevens. So he sees some matchups here that he believes he can win.
Yep.
Love guarded by Faulkner. Gives it off to Peterson. Peterson looks low to Pourbear. Pourbear now gives it over to Porter. Porter shoots. Rebound comes down to Peterson. They give it off to Pourbear. Pourbear back to Peterson. She sees somebody on the corner. Number 11, Finley Love knocks it down. They come out in a press. Gives it off. The Arrows have numbers. Over to Johnson. Johnson shoots. It's up. No good. Porter gets the rebound. She's going to push it up. And the Arrows do get back on defense. They're going to slow Stevens down. Stevens will get back into a half-court offense.
Foul called on Lund.
And Porter just saw that little bit of opening and took it and was fouled. We're going to see a couple new Arrows. Kinsey Russell, a 5'6" sophomore guard, and Emma Hendricks, a 5'7" junior guard. And they get minutes every game. This is the first time they're getting in here in the second period. I'm sure they've already played their full allotment of 4 quarters, so they probably couldn't play in that first quarter as well. Shots up by Porter. She's got it.
Starting to heat up from the three-point line. So I said, you just got to make sure if you're playing them zone defenses, you got to get out on the perimeter shooters.
Well, Porter shoots 35% herself from the arc.
Yep.
Faulkner on Porter. She does a nice drive.
A little too strong off the glass.
Pourbear with the rebound. Nice drive by Porter. She's going to be fouled down low. I believe that's going to be called on Kinsey Russell. That will send. So this is, according to your records, this is going to be Stevens' first time going to the free throw line?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me double check here, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time that, 2 minutes left in the second quarter, first time at the line.
Talia Porter with the shot, no good, and she is a 74% free throw shooter, so she's pretty reliable there as well. Drops that first one, she'll get a second opportunity. She averages 20.7 points per game, and so far tonight, the Arrows have held her in check to 5.
Yep. Yeah, they've been doing a good job so far, but you can definitely tell that the way she's been playing the last few minutes, she's just kind of starting to get into the rhythm of things, taking the ball to the basket a lot more than what she was, and definitely trying to get her open to get those perimeter shots.
Turnover called on the Arrows. They called a double dribble on Emery Thury as she was driving into the paint. Tried to do a spin move and must have got both hands on the ball. At the same time, Stevens, Mackenzie Schreiber, 5'6" sophomore guard. She averages 1.8 points per game, so she's on the board. 21-12, Raiders up on the Arrows in period number 2. Emma Hendricks, she's another left-hander. She gives it off to Faulkner. Now to Russell at the top of the key. Russell looks low, right-hand dribble into the lane, gives it off to Emma. Emma can go up. She's going to shoot. No good. And rebound comes way of Raiders.
And one.
Isabel Higgins was running the court. She got behind the defense of the Arrows and puts it in. And the foul by the Arrows, so traditional three-point play.
Arrows didn't see her sneaking down the court there, and her heads were turned and not looking the correct way, and it was a nice feed from almost half court to get that lay-in and the end one opportunity.
We're going to see Munger and Lund and Addie Johnston come back in for the Arrows. And the three-point shot, or the third point of that three-point play, is up, and Higgins gets it to go. So she gets a traditional three-point play. Johnston, she is guarded heavily by Schreiber, and Schreiber is going to be called with the foul. Faulkner's going to inbound. She's looking. She sees Lund at the top of the key. Lund's going to shoot. It's partially blocked by Poorbear. Comes down to Porter. Porter with the right-hand dribble. She's going to drive it right down, and Poorbear is standing on there waiting. Nice feed,
yeah,
nice shot.
Great court vision there by Porter to find Poorbear underneath.
So 26-12. Raiders on top of the Arrows now in period number 2 with 44 seconds remaining. Get it down to Munger. Munger shoots. Poorbear blocks her, and the ricochet goes to Schreiber. Schreiber over to Higgins. Higgins looked to shoot, but gives it down to Porter. Porter into the lane, and she's going to be tied up, and jump ball is called. So Jade Lund is able to tie up Porter. And possession
Arrows, I believe.
Is going to go to the Arrows. 27 seconds remaining. Shot clock is going to be off. Gives it to Johnston. Johnston gets it across the 10-second line. 19 seconds remaining. Over to Munger on the left wing. Steal by Raiders. Higgins goes down, and nice jump stop fake, and she's going to get 2 points. 5 seconds left. Johnston. She's going to have to shoot. She goes in. She shoots. No good. Arrows down 28-12 at the second half. We're going to take a break, catch our breath. We'll come back with our halftime stats. We'll be back.
Mr. Walker, the Watertown debate coach, also the host team for the weekend here. How many different schools do you got represented today?
We're just about 20 this year, so we lost a couple to weather, but we still have a good turnout.
I would imagine the weather's been a little bit challenging this year. What's the furthest school away?
This year, probably Sioux Falls this year. Normally we have North Dakota, but they aren't participating this year. So
you got both speech and debate going on. Is that both days, both Friday and Saturday?
So we have individual events today, and so that will include all of the interp events, oratory, extemp, and informative. And then tomorrow will be all debate, so public forum, Lincoln Douglas, and Congress.
Cool. Now Watertown's got a really good tradition and history of putting forth some pretty good debate teams. How are you looking this year?
Looking really good. We're still pretty young. COVID hit us a little bit hard, and so we're still pretty young. But we have a lot of great teams coming up, and yeah, we're looking good again. And this is our 75th. It's actually the 75th tournament this year in Watertown. So it's been run for 75 years, and it's the first year we changed the name over to the Donnis and Levila Roberts Speech and Debate Invitational. So we're excited about that too.
Donis was one of my teachers way back in that day.
Yep.
Now, this is one of 2 big events that you've got in Watertown for speech and debate this year, right?
Correct. And we also are hosting the state debate tournament this year on March 1st and 2nd. So that'll be here in town as well at the high school.
Cool. Well, that'll be awesome. You still looking for judges for the one in March too?
Absolutely. If anyone is interested, do not hesitate to contact me about that. We would love to have you.
Cool. Get a hold of Mr. Walker if you want to be a judge in March for the state debate tournament.
I'm Jade Lund, and I'm a senior.
I'm Addie Hivert, and I'm also a senior. All right, Jade, would you rather have terrible memory or absolutely no common sense?
Probably no common sense because, I don't know. I'm already kind of, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. Would you rather wear pants 3 sizes too big or shoes 3 sizes too small?
I mean, I'll say the pants because you can wear a belt.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You're traveling for vacation. Are you flying or driving?
Flying. Driving, oh, actually where?
You know, just so don't roll.
Okay, probably fly. Okay. All right, your childhood dream job, what is it?
It was actually a daycare lady, and I work at a daycare now, so there's that. When you watch movies, are you watching rom-coms or horror flicks?
Rom-coms. Not for me. Not, yeah. Okay. What's your best animal sound that you can make?
Hey Jade, is Bigfoot real?
No, I can't. I don't. Well, I don't know. No. Okay, no. The craziest fashion trend you've rocked, what is it?
Fashion trend?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, okay, sometimes people say I dress like a high fashion grandma, so I feel like, as a whole, it's just that.
But you pull it off.
Thank you. Okay. All right, are you a cat or a dog person?
Definitely a cat. I've never had a pet, but if I were to, it would be a dog.
Okay.
Yep. Study hard all semester or cram the night before a test?
Honestly, I cram the night before.
Yeah, that's fair.
How to study here.
That's good. Ooh.
All right, so we're wandering the halls of the speech and debate tournament, and I ran into, who we got here?
Abigail Peterson.
Abigail Peterson from Watertown, right? What class are you in?
10th grade.
10th grade, a sophomore, perfect. Competing today or just tomorrow?
Today.
What are you competing in today?
International extemp.
You gonna do well?
I think so.
You gonna feel prepared?
No.
Wait a minute, international extemp. I don't know anything about that. Tell me about what's international extemp involved.
So basically, there's 2 different types of extemp. So there's international and domestic. So international is about like other countries is what our questions are. And basically you get asked a question and then I get 30 minutes to prepare a speech and then 7 minutes to go give it. And it's a up to 7-minute speech and it's memorized and it's really fun.
So we run into people in my normal work all the time that are scared public speaking. That's like #1 fear of most people. I'm gonna guess you don't have that same fear.
No, not really.
Even as a sophomore in high school, this will do well for you moving forward. I think in your adult life later on too, having the ability to do that.
Hopefully.
Anything I'm missing? What else do you want to add?
I don't know.
How about a Go Arrows?
Go Arrows.
Excellent. All right.
And welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena. Ryan Remmers there meeting with Abby Peterson, a Watertown Arrow speech and debater, and also a nice interview with Scott Walker, the head debate coach. Just does a phenomenal job with the debaters there, and his mom and dad are what we call super fans here for the Watertown Arrows. They do not miss a home game. So we appreciate the Walker family very much here in Watertown. Brandon, what do you got for stats for us here in the first half of?
Well, we'll just kind of bust through some of these here for the Arrows. 12 total team points. We have 4 scorers for the Arrows so far. Miranda Felkner with just the 1 free throw. Jade Lund leading with 6 points. She's 3 for 6 from the field right now. 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. Avery Munger has 1 for 2 for 2 points, and Jordan Remmers is 1 for 1 from the 3-point line for 3 points. Team totals, Arrows are just shooting 27.8% from the field right now, and including 16.7% from the 3-point line. Free throw, they are at 25%, 1 for 4 for the night. They are getting out-rebounded 8-16. Assists is also in favor of Rapid City, 8-4. Turnover ratio, the Arrows have 9 total, and Stevens has 6. The Arrows are leading in steals, 3-1, and blocks right now are in favor of Rapid City as well, 2-0. The Rapid City Stevens players are shooting very well, actually, right now as a team. They're shooting 55% from the field and 55% from the three-point line, 33% from the free throw line. Points for them, Talia Porter, 5 points. She's 2 for 5 from the field. Finley Love is 8 points. She's 3 for 3 from the field with the 2 3-pointers. Isabel Higgins, 5 points, 2 for 3. Tamaya Porbear is 2 for 2 from the field, 4 points total. Mackenzie Schreiber with 3, and Jess Griswold with 3. So the way we started out in that second quarter, Cam, hitting that 3 from Remmers and tying the ball game, it really started to spiral downhill really fast. And it definitely shows with the stats performance so far throughout the game that Rapid City is dominated the second quarter alone. And that's the reason they're up 28-12 right now. It's largely in part due to the play in the second quarter from them.
So if you're Coach Rohde, what are you telling them at halftime, the Arrows?
I mean, you want to stick to your game plan. You definitely need to stay aggressive. The shots are up. They're getting good looks. They're just not falling. So if you can turn that around and get some buckets to fall, you don't shy away from the game plan too much. But you definitely got to stay strong on defense. If you're going to play that zone, you got to get out on the perimeter shooters and definitely get back on defense and not allow those easy transition points.
And you know, if you're Coach Dannenbring, what are you telling your team?
Do what we did in that second quarter, girls. Everything that they practiced for, they executed in the second quarter, and it executed it almost to perfection. They put up 16 points total, and second quarter they shot 54% from the field and 50% from the three-point line. And they rebounded the ball very well as well too, and got a few second chance opportunities there as well too. So
yeah, and they held us to 2 points.
I'm not changing anything. The defense was strong, the offense is strong, and like I said, that's the reason they're up by 16 right now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, hey, here at Arrow TV, we're in our second year, and we just couldn't do this without the support of the community. You know, the support of Watertown businesses, and hey, those making this happen. You and I, we just show up and talk.
Exactly.
Right?
We do the minimal work.
That's
right.
All Well, let's give them a shout out. Our technical director tonight is Brandon Crom, a 9th grader at Watertown. Our producers, Ryan Remmers, Watertown High School class of 1992. Our replay coordinator is Austin Thompson. Watertown High School class of 2015. On our courtside camera, we have Mason Mogg, a 9th grader here at Watertown High School. Our courtside camera is Jonathan McCorkle, an 11th grader. On our main camera is Kyle Gall, Watertown High School class of 2008. And as we said it, Brandon Johnson sitting to my right, and I am Cam Corey, and we've got the easiest job out of it all.
Stevens is going to start with the ball at the half. Arrows are going to have to step up on that defense, like you said, try to get a quick turnover here, get some quick points, and start the scoring off right away and start working their way back into this game.
The Arrows do come out with Thury, Johnston, Falconer, Lund, and Munger. And Stevens comes out with Jones, Porter, Love, Higgins, and Peterson. Munger with the rebound, outlets it to Johnston. Johnston looking to push this up the court. Does the Thury. Thury into the lane. She's got it! And foul. So good start for the Watertown Arrows and Emery Thury. Emery Thury is going to go to the line and give her attempt at a traditional three-point play.
That was about the perfect start for the Arrows. Get that stop on defense, strong rebound by Munger. And work the ball up the floor, stay aggressive, and good things happen.
And we got our camera guy just gets right in there on that one. Did you see that?
Yeah. You almost think that maybe be a little distracting every now and then. To
she made it though.
To the players. So a tie ball here, which is going to be in possession for Watertown Arrows. So 2 good starts on defense for the Arrows in this 3rd quarter.
Faulkner's going to get into Johnston. Hey, we like our passion by our camera crew. They're not afraid. They get right in there. In fact, at a football game, I don't know if you were there or not, but it was Katie Liederbrand was out there for.
I think she got ran over by.
She did during introductions.
During introductions by one of the starting Arrows players. So she got right back up and stood and went right back and did her job. So I think she was even laughing a little bit.
I think she was too. Foul is called on Addie Johnston there, and Porter and her kind of tied up, went down. Stevens gets it across the 10-second line to Love. Now back to Jones. Jones looking at Porter in that left corner. Back to Porter. Porter fakes, drives, and is fouled by Emery Thury. So nice closeout there by Jade Lund, which caused her to drive, and then Porter
did a good job of getting around her, though. She seen the closeout coming and stepped right aside of her and then wiggled her way in and got a foul call when she went up.
Talia Porter, a 5'8" junior guard. She's only a junior, 74% free throw shooter. Averages over 20 points per game. She gets the first one to go there. She's got 6 in this matchup. So the Arrows are doing a nice job in containing her, but the scoreboard isn't showing that success. The Arrows are down 29-15. Porter gets the second one to go. Rapid City comes out again in that full court press. Arrows do get it across that timeline with Jade Lund. And Jade is going to be fouled by Finley Love, a 5'5" sophomore guard. That should be Love's second foul. Nice crowd here for this doubleheader.
Yep, doubleheaders always bring in a good crowd. It's nice to see the support for the high school athletes from the community. Even looking around, it looks like quite a few people made it from out west over here, so support their team.
And travel. And I thought that was a travel as well. Brittany Jones, a 5'6" junior guard, called for the travel. I don't think Jones agrees with that call.
No, I don't think she does either, but she definitely took her pivot foot and slid it a little bit as she was getting ready to go. So
Faulkner now, she's going to be picked by Porter. Porter with the right hand. She's got Thury right on her side. And Thury is going to be called with the foul. That should be Thury's. Is that going to be her first or second?
Looks like that's going to be her first foul.
Okay.
So. This is going to be the 5th and 6th free throw attempt for Porter on the game. She's 2 for 4 so far.
First one's up, and she's got that to go. The Arrows down by 16, and they're going to stay down by 16. She misses that second. The back end. Gets to the middle of Thury. Thury across to Faulkner. Now the Arrows need to get a bucket. Johnston, Lund. No good. Tracked down by Faulkner for the rebound. She gets it into Thury. Thury working down low.
One more pass.
Back out to Lund, give her a second shot. She's got it. Bullseye, Jade Lund.
Good offensive rebound, good ball movement, and an excellent second shot by Lund there. Like you said earlier, she gets those open looks. She's gonna knock them down.
She can, yeah.
You know, I've seen her, I think, make more than she misses. So.
Nice down low for Isabel Higgins. Higgins has got 7 on the night. Lund double teamed. She's going to go baseline. She gets it across to Johnston. Johnston now shoots. She's got it. Johnston with the tray. Porter with the drive. Jordan Remmers coming back into the game for the Arrows, as is Malia Kranz. And for the Raiders, it is Jessa Griswold. Jones looking to get this in. And she does into the corner. No good is the shot off of Higgins. Arrows get the rebound. Faulkner tries to get it low to Kranz. Kranz tries to save it. Yeah, good hustle by Kranz. And it does go off of Higgins.
Saved it right into the feet of Stevens and out of bounds. So Arrows will keep possession of the ball.
Corbear comes back in for Higgins. Remmers with the dribble. Needs help, and she gets it off to Thury. And they're going to call Porter, right?
I think it was a push on Porter, as they're going to call it.
Should be her first, I think.
That's correct.
Faulkner's going to inbound underneath her own basket. Does to Lund. Lund guarded tightly by Peterson. She gets it out to Faulkner. Faulkner with the left hand goes into the lane, gives it to Kranz. Kranz looks. She's going to dribble, and she loses the control of that. Rapid City goes down, and that, I'm going to call a foul on
blocking foul on
the Arrows. I think that could have gone three ways. I think it could have been out of bounds. I think it could have been a foul offensive. She kind of dipped her shoulder, and I think it could have been on the Arrows.
I didn't even see a shot on that attempt, did you? I thought that was going to be called on the floor.
Yeah, I thought that would be on the floor as well.
But nonetheless, the officials saw it different.
Peterson's first shot up. She's a 50% free throw shooter. First one is no good. Neely Johnson comes in for the Arrows, and Madison Grimsrud, a 6'1 junior, seeing her first action here tonight. And she comes in for Malia Kranz. Shots up, and that one is good for Peterson. Peterson's first point of the night. Faulkner in the lane. She gets it out to Remmers. Remmers looks, left hand, gives it off to Thury. Thury guarded by Porter. These two are battling down low. Thury goes up, shoots, no good, gets her own rebound. She gives it out to Johnson. Johnson now to Grimsrud. Grimsrud with the shot. She's got it! Madison Grimsrud. The nice smooth shot. Jones comes back guarded tightly by Remmer. She gives it off to Peterson. Peterson looks down to Porbear. Porbear's in the seat. Nice to Porter. Porter goes up. No good. Neely Johnson with the rebound. 34-23, period number 3 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Faulkner to Remmers. Remmers looks, drives off to Grimsrud. Grimsrud drives, no good, and she tries to go a skip pass, and it is stolen. Porter now with the drive. Porter shoots, and she's going to be fouled. So Porter will go back to the free throw line, and is this her
sixth? This is going to be her, well, she's already 3 for 6 from the line. This will be her 5th and 6th attempt of the quarter alone.
Oh.
So she's definitely been aggressive, taking the ball in on the drives and on that fast break and going up strong and getting that contact on the way up. So
Neely Johnson was called for the foul. That is her first. Porter gets the front end to go. She's got 9 points. So halfway to her average. And now she's in double digits. The first player tonight to get into double digits. Faulkner will get it across that center stripe. She is guarded by Griswold. Gets it off to Remmers, the freshman. Remmers goes in, and now back to Johnson. Johnson over to Faulkner on that right wing. Thury with the drive. She goes up, and she's going to be fouled. And Emery Thury is going to go to the foul stripe.
So far for the game, Emery is 1 for 3 from the line.
Emery shoots a 53% from the free throw line. That foul was called on Isabel Higgins. She gets the first one to go. She'll get the second opportunity. That one's up and no good. Jones will look to set up her offense for the Raiders. Over to the left wing of Porter. Porter back to Jones. The Arrows now playing a zone defense with Grimsrud on their right wing and Neely down in the middle. Porter drives, goes over Grimsrud and gets it to go.
Took a lot of time off the clock there on that possession, and the Arrows defense just showed a little bit of wear and just allowed that easy penetration into the lane for the easy floater.
Thury with the shot, and she gets the friendly roll. Emery Thury with her 6th point tonight. Hands that off to Porter. Porter now just kind of dribbling on the outside. There's no hurry for Rapid City. They do not need to push something in. Porter does take the three-point shot. No good. Rebound down low by Higgins. She goes up. No good. Jordan Remmers comes down with the ball. Now gives it over to Faulkner. Faulkner's going to push this up. The Arrows need a bucket. Johnson, look, she shoots. No good. Brittany Jones with the rebound. Jones pushing it up the court to Griswold. Griswold looks, gives it back to Jones. Jones, you know, Rapid City does not need to push anything down. They can take all the time in the world. Poorbear down low. And just about a steal, but they're going to call Remmers with the foul. We're going to see some substitutions for both teams. It looks like Andy Olson, another freshman, going to get her first visit to the varsity playing floor tonight. Jessa Griswold, she's 100% free throw shooter. Now, I think she hasn't had a lot of opportunities, but she keeps her perfection in line yet tonight on that first shot.
Yep, she is going to match her free throw opportunities right here.
Okay, so all right. So
3 for 3 on the year right now.
Well, we'll see if she can go 4 for 4. And there it is. Now she's at 75%.
Yep, just like that.
Grimsrud with a nice left hand over Poorbear, so she ran the court well. She's got 2 points, or 4 points on the night. 39-28. The Arrows are cutting into this lead, but Rapid City is doing what they need to do. They're taking their time. They're being patient on the outside. Is that what you would be doing as well, Brandon?
Absolutely, especially right now with the shot clock differential only at 1 second on this possession, but even on possessions before that, they're working the ball around the perimeter, trying to find that inside game as well too. But they're definitely doing a good job of time management.
And that should be 1 second left, right?
Yep. Nope, that should have been a shot clock violation with 1 second.
Yep. Oh, they're going to put 0.9 on the board, which there really should be 1 second, I think, was the differential, right?
Yeah, it was pretty close, right around that 1, maybe 1.2. Either way, it's going to be a heave down the court to try to get a shot off.
And they do put 1.1 back on now to Faulkner. Faulkner is going to call with the, well, travel or end.
Travel at the end there until she didn't throw it up. Time just ran out on her. I think think Falconer thought twice about that shot from 3/4 court.
39-28 after 3. We're going to be back for the 4th period.
Hi, I'm Andy Olson. I'm a freshman.
Hi, I'm Emery Thury. I'm a junior. Would you rather live without, would you rather be the funniest or smartest person in the room?
The funniest person.
Oh, of course.
Would you rather have the ability to be invisible or to read people's minds?
Read people's minds? Yeah, I want to know what they're saying about me. What's better, summer or winter?
Summer, obviously.
Okay, done.
Your childhood dream job? What was it?
Oh, I wanted to be a police officer. Better vacation, doing all the activities or lounging on the beach?
Definitely lounging on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Oh. Gosh, I gotta think about this. Dude, I don't know. Give me one. Who's that really tall guy from, Kissing Booth? Jacob Elordi, I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay, if you have to give up.
And welcome back to the Watertown Civic Arena. Good quarter there for the Arrows.
Absolutely. The Arrows were able to cut the lead down just a little bit, outscoring Rapid City 16-11 in that 3rd quarter. They shot well from the field as well, too. They were 6 for 9 from 2 and 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. So also to add 2 free throws into it. So they best quarter by far for the Arrows. They're going to have to mimic that and more if they want to have a chance at this game. So a good start right away on defense and causing that travel and turnover for Rapid City. So let's see how the Arrows come back on offense and take advantage of that turnover.
Well, the Arrows started that 2nd quarter quickly with that bucket. Let's see if they can start off and get on the front end here and make a big charge to get back. Hey, get in the win column. It's been a little while since we've been in the win column.
Yep, just need
nice move by Johnston. No good. Rebound to Rapid City. So nice move by Johnston there. She just missed the.
Just a little too strong off the glass and that little runner.
Rapid City is comfortable, taking a lot of time off. Shots up. Rebound by Falconer. Falconer looks up, should see Lund. Here. Lund is running the court. She goes up and she's got the layup. Jade Lund. She's in double digits, isn't she?
Jade Lund is at 11 points right now, so first one for the Arrows into the double digits.
And they have cut this lead down to 9. So we haven't been here since early part of the 2nd quarter.
That should be a foul on Rapid City there. Yeah, that long rebound right before the bucket by Lund, that's something that I think guards fear, is when a rebound comes so far off there and it's captured by the defense, and then it's generally a 2-on-1 no matter what you have on the floor, and it's just a disadvantage for that top guard that needs to get back and try to guard 2 people.
The Arrows looking to get it down low. Thury working. Now she's in the paint. She goes up. No good. Munger's got the rebound, and strong put up by Avery Munger.
Great second chance opportunity there by Munger, gathering that rebound and going up strong with the ball. Cuts this lead down to 7, Cam. So
this is the Arrows have done a nice job here in the second half.
There's still a lot of time left in the game too, with 5.5 minutes or so.
Shots up and good. 3-pointer by Peterson.
I'm going to quit saying good things sometimes because every time I do that, they come back down and Rapid City fires up a 3 and it never fails. It goes in. I think I jinxed the Arrows a little bit in the first quarter too, right at the end of that when they came down with a good bucket, and 2 seconds left, Rapid City comes down with a 3-point field goal. So
Avery Munger doing a nice job right now down there, getting position, working hard, getting those rebounds, and been back to back.
Yep, it's good to see that aggressiveness from your forward position. This will be her first trip to the line tonight.
She gets the first one to go. You know, Well, you're talking about kind of jinxing, and they call that the broadcaster jinx. You know, not that, but I always.
Football, when the field goal kicker hasn't missed in 20 games,
that was
Gary Anderson.
1998.
Yep.
You're hurting me right now.
I'm hurting myself right now by saying that.
Oh. Yeah, you know, there's.
I can remember crying on my living room floor after that. 14 years old.
well, well, I was an adult and I cried.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our friends over in Rapid City, though, they're a lot of Denver fans, so they're not feeling. They don't feel our pain.
No, they don't. Because what was it? Denver went to the Super Bowl that year, and I think they won it, right? Am I right or wrong?
I don't know because I was still in trauma.
Yeah, the trauma lives on.
Gary Anderson.
So, but I'm pretty sure it was a matchup of Denver and Atlanta that year then.
Talia Porter back to the line for Rapid City. She's got 12 points, looking to add on to her total. Misses the front end of that 2 shots.
This will be her 10th attempt from the free throw line for the game. 55% so far.
Next one's up. She gets that one to go. Arrows looking to get a bucket. Keep this into single digits. Falconer tracks that down. Drives in, over to Lund. Lund to Addie Johnson. Addie shoots. No good. Avery Munger.
Out of bounds call, I think, here.
They're going to call that out of bounds on Porter. So Avery Munger
did a great job there fighting for that rebound. I thought she got fouled on that, but nonetheless, it was still a good hustle play, and she didn't give up on it either when the ball was going towards the sideline. She was able to maybe force Porter out a little bit, but
Falconer tries to get a cutting to Munger. Steal by the Raiders. And steal right back by Addie Johnston. Addie Johnston does average 1.3 steals per game. Lund trying to look down to Munger and does get it down low, and they're going to call Poorbear for the foul on Munger. So Munger right now is doing exactly what the Arrows need her to do. She's getting those rebounds. She's working hard down low and creating some problems for Rapid City.
Strong physical play. Uh-oh.
You can go get it. You can go get it. And she does. And that she'll get it across that 10-second line. Gives it off to Falconer. Mismatch now. Falconer can take advantage, and she gives it over to Munger. Munger drives low, gives it to Falconer. Falconer goes up, and she's got it.
I think Munger got away with the travel. She lifted up that pivot foot just maybe a little bit before she fed the pass there, but it worked out.
All right, we'll be back.
Come to Sharp Automotive Group, where we're here to help you find the best deal in town. We have the largest truck inventory in Northeast South Dakota and the best selection of cars and SUVs too. You'll get the best price the first time and the best selection. So stop in today at Sharp Automotive Group.
And a special thanks to our sponsors. Dakota Land Federal Credit Union's been a sponsor for us all year long, and will continue to be a sponsor for us in the coming years. So we appreciate them. And Sharp Chevrolet, another sponsor here on Aero TV. In fact, I just bought a car out there last week at Sharp Chevrolet.
Nice. Yeah, I was out there 3 months ago.
Were you? Did you get one too?
Yep.
All right. Well,
good folks down there at Sharp Chevrolet.
the Arrows have got this within 8, so they're within striking distance. 3:46 remaining.
You got to keep up that defensive intensity, create some more turnovers, and get points off those turnovers, and they're right back in this game.
Jones with the drive, and that is rejected by Emery Thury. And Jade Lund recognized that Emery was the last to touch that, and she made an effort to bring that back in, and just wasn't able to. But good effort. Raiders will inbound. Goes to the 3-shot. No good. Emery Thury gets the rebound.
From up here, Cam, that looked like she was going to get that shooter's roll off that rim. I thought that was going in.
I agree. I thought it was going in. I just about called it in, and I'm glad I didn't.
Corner for you.
Faulkner with the shot. Just off, but long rebound goes to Addie Johnson. Now Jade Lund will shoot. She's got it just inside that three-point line. Jade Lund.
It's a two-possession game now, though.
Poorbear drives. She's going to go in. She goes off the glass. Nice drive by Tamaya Poorbear, 5'10 junior forward. She averages 4.3 points per game. And she's got 6. Johnston now on the other end. The Arrows looking to get right back in this. Gives her a lot of room. Thury down low, and she gets it to go over Isabel Higgins. So Emery Thury back on the board.
I think Rapid City coaches are a little upset that the 3-second violation wasn't called there on Thury. I think they were asking for it, but weren't going to get that call.
Arrows back in business. We'll be back. The Arrows bring back onto the court Thury, Johnston, Munger, Faulkner, and Jade Lund. Stevens comes back with Higgins, Porter, Peterson, Jones. And Love.
One person deep that we're not accounting for right now.
Thury goes, and she is going to foul Higgins.
That was probably a good foul there. Arrows lost track of one player on the floor, and that player was 3/4 of the way down the floor. So easy layup if that foul isn't committed by Thury.
Isabel Higgins, a 53% free throw shooter. First one's up and no good. She averages 5.1 points per game. And so far tonight, she's got 7, so she's just over her average. Second one's up, and she gets the roll there. Thury's going to take this out. Plenty of time on the clock. Arrows down by 7.
It's going to be a foul on Porter there.
And that should be...
That'll be her third, I think. No. Yep, that'll be her third, it looks like.
So Talia Porter just picks up her 3rd foul.
Has she come out of the game yet?
I don't know that I've seen her out of the game.
I don't think I have either. Sounds like we've been saying a lot of her name, so.
Lund with the shot, and that is blocked by Higgins.
Good job by the coach to slow down the
Porter
guard
goes
there.
in. Little body on Jade. Jade was unable to hold her ground. Enough space, and Porter puts in the bucket.
Got Faulkner wide open in the corner, but
Thury with the shot, and she gets the roll.
Shooter's roll. That's her second one of the night for the soft touch off the rim and off the backboard.
Jade Lund on Porter. That's probably a matchup that Rapid City would like. Porter's just a little bit quicker than Jade.
Yep. And she is a great ball handler as well too.
As in Porter.
Yep, absolutely. So she can kind of do everything, and you can definitely tell that they rely on her. She's the leader of this team. 20 points a game, all-state player.
Yeah, and tonight she's got 15.
Yep.
You know, she's coming right up to her average. I mean, she's 5 less, but we still have 2 minutes to go, or a minute and a half.
What do we have for team fouls right now for this quarter? Arrows 3, Raiders 4. So Arrows will be going to the line on the next foul.
Higgins working hard down low. So is Munger. Munger gets the roll there. And we're going to have a timeout by Rapid City. So Avery Munger and Higgins doing battle down low. And right there, we would like to see Miranda kind of come back to the ball. But Rapid City right there for the steal. So a minute 14 remaining, 7 down by 7. And timeout by Rapid City.
Doesn't look like the Arrows have any timeouts remaining either, so Coach Rohde's going to have to get the game plan in right here and for the last minute 14 seconds. So,
you know, you want to try and if Higgins gets the ball, I think you try and foul right away. You try and funnel her to get that. We'll see if that's something the Arrows do. Really, the Peterson too might be another one that you're okay with, but Porter, a 74% free throw shooter. Finley Love, a 75% free throw shooter. And Brittany Jones, a 61% free throw shooter. So those are your 3, better free throw shooters, at least statistically.
And Haley Peterson, she has 2 attempts on the year so far. I don't know if she has any this game yet. Yep, she has. Oh, we were talking about her earlier when she was shooting as well, but she's attempted 4 free throws on the year. So I think if you get the ball into 23's hands, that you want to get a foul quick on her. But you got to maybe get a foul right now as well, too, because you still have 1 to
Steal by Johnston.
That'll work. See? Good things happen when I jinx it.
Steal by Johnston. The Arrows looking to get a shot. The Arrows do not have any timeouts. Johnston goes Faulkner with the shot.
That's good. Nope.
No good. Munger's going to track that down. Good work.
Good pass.
3 down low with the left hand. They've got it.
Another great second chance opportunity brought to you by Avery Munger.
Down by 5. Foul.
There's a good foul there
on Jade Lund. So they've got one more foul to give,
one more
I think.
Until double bonus. So
there is no such thing as the 1-and-1.
Nope. That's all 2 shots from here on. I absolutely love that rule. What are your thoughts on it?
I think I'm lukewarm on it. I'm not sold.
Yep.
The rationale for it is that
I feel it cleans the game up a little bit.
Well, and that's one of the rationales is that it lessens the opportunity for rebound and gives more safety issues. But
and it definitely makes the end of game strategy a little tougher.
They've got her in the court.
Had her in the corner and trapped in the corner there, and just Johnson wasn't able to get the ball. And
I don't know. I thought maybe I saw an extension too with the left hand of Porter, but either it was a foul one way or the other.
One way or another, it was an offensive or defensive one, and they called the defensive foul on Johnson to send Porter back to the line. So 6 for 10 from the line right now. A couple pretty big free throws coming up right here.
She gets the first one. It's her 16th point to lead all scorers here in this game.
If we get a miss here, it's still a 2-possession game, Cam, so a lot of time left with 40 seconds.
She gets the second one.
Arrows need to move quick and get a bucket.
Faulkner with the drive in the lane, goes up the left hand. She gets the roll.
You're going to get a foul here.
And Faulkner's going to foul quickly. 28 seconds remaining. And the Arrows down by 5. This is going to send Porter back to the line. Exactly, I would say, who Rapid City wants to go to the line.
Yep. Yeah, she shot a lot of free throws this game, and see if she gets a few more opportunities here. She might get that 20.7 average by the end of this game.
Porter's first one's up, and she gets that one to go. The Arrows are only shooting 23% tonight from 3-point range. They're going to need one here, I think.
Yeah, they need.
They can still go for 2, but at some point, I think
it's got to be very fast. If they go for a 2-point field goal here, it's got to be. That's what you
that
can't
hurts.
have, though. That hurts right there.
Yeah.
So.
Timeout by Rapid City. So stay tuned with us right after this girls matchup. We're going to have the boys matchup with Rapid City Stevens and the Arrows. We will have a very short pregame or post-game here on Arrow TV, and then we're going to transition over to the boys matchup, which will have Sam Mooney and the Hall of Famer Brian Norberg on the call. So we will end this broadcast as soon as the game is over, or shortly after the game is over, and then go and tune in to Arrow TV on YouTube for the boys program, and we will start right away. Rapid City needs to get this in. The Arrow is going to look to deny, and they get it into Porter. Now they're going to foul right away, and they do. Faulkner is probably going to be called with that foul, and that's going to be her third, so plenty yet to give for all the players for the Arrows on the court. 25 seconds remaining, so they did not lose. Not a lot ticked off the clock there.
I think 2 seconds came off the clock there, so see what happens on this free throw attempts.
She's got it. Clutch here at the towards the end of the game.
Yep. That free throw right there just made it a little bit more challenging for the Arrows now, because somehow we got to get three possessions out of this. With 25 seconds, that's going to be pretty tough to do.
Johnson with the shot, Munger with the rebound. She goes back up, no good. She gets her rebound right back. She is fighting hard down there. She gets that.
How about Avery Munger tonight?
She has had a nice night. Avery Munger, this might have been the best night that I've seen her play all season long.
That just put her in double digits for rebounds, and I think 6 or 7 of them have probably been on the offensive side.
So Avery Munger, she averages 2.9 points per game and 3.1 rebounds per game.
Yep, she's exceeded that. She's at 7 points for the night and 10 rebounds, and also has 3 assists as well.
Yeah, I would say for the Arrows, she's my player of the game. She has worked very hard under there and done a nice job. 5 seconds remaining. Arrows down by 8. Shots in. Faulkner gets that to go at the buzzer. Final score, 55-50. Brandon, can you give us the top scores for top 3 scores for each team, and then we'll call this.
We'll start with the winners of the game, Rapid City Stevens. Talia Porter finished with 20 points on 4 of 12 shooting. Following that, we have 2 people at 8 points, Finley Love and Isabel Higgins for Rapid City. For the Watertown Arrows, Jade Lund led the way with 13 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Emery Thury followed that up with 12 points, 5 for 9 from the field. And then Miranda Faulkner with that last second 3-pointer put her at 8 points for the night on 3 of 7 shooting. So the game was a lot closer than what it should have been.
Agreed. Second half was much better for the Arrows.
If the Arrows were able to play all 4 quarters and avoid the dreaded second quarter that they have, they probably win by 10 points.
They need to put it all together.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll see what the boys can do. I'm going to stick around. We're going to turn this over, and we're going to bid you farewell and good night. We are back on the air for Arrow girls basketball tomorrow against Rapid City Central. But for Brandon Johnson, I am Cam Corey. Stay with us for Arrow boys. Good night.